Yes Daddy is about all of my boyfriends across the globe.
Capítulo 10, Yes Daddy.
It was actually one of the first ones I listened to out of the batch, and I hadn't heard any new music of his since, it's been about 15, 16 years. I was like, oh, Michael.
I think traveling across the globe is a form of freedom. It's also a remarkable form of privilege, but I'm really blessed that I am in a role where I get to travel the world. Part of really leaning into that experience and making sure that I'm making the most of it has been experiencing romance in all the places.
Yes Daddy. How does being in different cities with different lovers change the version of you that shows up?
Oh, it changes everything. When you have these little international romances, you both enter it knowing this is a time-limited assignment. And it unlocks not a recklessness, it unlocks a freedom of play where you're not preoccupied with, well, what does this mean? It just means that you're enjoying each other and then you'll go your separate ways. And that's kind of beautiful.
What inspired you to incorporate Yes Daddy in multiple languages?
The people who are saying it in multiple languages.
What was the energy like in the studio while building such a bold and flirtatious track?
The beat itself reminds me of like a downward kind of vibe, along with just Michael's clubby and semi-raunchy sensibilities. I think it works out great.
What made Saint Ahmad the perfect collaborator for this track?
Hi, Michael. Hi, Michael. It's me, Saint Ahmad.
I met Saint Ahmad outside of a hotel in New York City.
We met at a public hotel, and that's kind of like where I started to like develop Saint Ahmad. I got into nightlife, and that's like where I started actually performing my music, was in the clubs of New York.
And I was leaving New York. We had a very momentary interaction. It was literally like I was getting into my car when I met him. And I thought he was so beautiful. So I asked for his Instagram, and I followed him, and I was like, he's gonna be one of my out-of-city boyfriends. And then I found out that he was a rapper, and I became such a huge fan of his work.
He called me daddy because it's fatty. Pink lemonade, sipping in a caddy. I love pink lemonade, especially Crystal Light. Daddies usually love golfing or like those kinds of sports. It's just like a play on words.
He's just super fucking talented. So when I did Yes Daddy, I was like, how funny would it be if Saint was on this?
Everybody knows I love a daddy. That's not a secret. So, yes, daddy,
I posted one of the songs that didn't make the final cut for this album, and he commented on it, and I was like, check your DMs. I have a proposal for you. And that's how we formally started collaborating on the song.
I was like, damn, I didn't know you make music. This is lit. It was excited. I love to see you expressing yourself. It was fire.
When you brought him the concept, how did he react? And did he immediately get the vibe?
Oh, he immediately got the vibe. And I knew he would, because he's all over the fucking world too. He's performing in Paris.
Ooh, papi, oui, je t'aime. Like, I love French culture. I love Paris.
He is having these international experiences as well.
From Shanghai to Milan, Tokyo to London, I'm manifesting my future. I feel like this verse is me manifesting the artistic career that I want to have. It just gives me that freedom to like freely be myself and freely express myself and freely just say the things that live inside of me that I don't get to express every day.
We had a FaceTime call, and we just had a really unexpected conversation about love and romance. It's interesting because obviously the song is so tongue-in-cheek, but we were talking about our respective romantic challenges. And he was like, everyone in my life is telling me that I need to stand on my own. And he was like, I get that, but I want love.
It's fun to embrace that side of myself, that desirability, that hotness, that yes, I'm sexy, the boys want me, but I'm wanting to be desired by one man, in the words of Beyonce. I don't mind being desired by all, but it would be nice to be, with one man. Of course, I'm gonna have different boys around the world, different fans, but I'm looking for that one.
I felt so touched by that. I recognize how important it is to be on my own and to be self-sufficient, but my single greatest driving force in life is love. More than anything, I crave giving and receiving love. I crave companionship, and that is always going to be at the top of my list. There's nothing wrong with craving love and affection. So it was just an interesting inversion of what the song is about. I gotta tell you, I was a little nervous about Yes Daddy. I don't want it to be misunderstood. These relationships and bonds that I've built with people are deep and meaningful. I've met them under extraordinary circumstances, quite accidentally. And the fact that these relationships have been able to blossom and sustain over time is pretty unbelievable, you know? You think that someone you interact with in Shanghai, you're gonna see them once and never see them again, and then you're talking to them for years. It's pretty remarkable. It's tongue-in-cheek, but it's not reductive. It's not intended to make these people delicacies on a menu. These are the beautiful men of the world that I've connected with and stay connected with, and there's something so special about that.
Is it a duet, a flirtation, a chase?
I don't know, Saint, what is it?
What do I want people to feel when they hear Yes Daddy? I want them to feel empowered. Empowered to be their best sexy self. Whatever that means. If that means you're a slut, if that means you are married and being a husband, if that means you're engaged, if that means you're in an open relationship, I think Yes Daddy is like, yes, like I'm hot, I'm sexy, I'm fire. I own my sexuality, I own my power.
It's just a vibe. We have a mutual recognition of those deep emotional drives that are always at play in conversations of this nature.
And it flowed naturally, you know? One day I hope I win a Grammy. Gonna get that Grammy, watch me win, and then I'm gonna say hi to Granny.
Do you imagine specific boyfriends in specific cities? Or is it all one big glamorous blur?
No, they're specific boyfriends.
For me, what Yes Daddy is, it's like knowing inside, yes, when I walk outside, all these boys are looking around. Yes, Daddy, yes, yes, honey, yes. But also for me, it's the other side of like, yes, Daddy, because I love daddies.